Well, hi there, pluckers. Ivis All Things again with you with the final part, part 3 of my lessons on Nivram from the Shadows. Okay, now before I start, I'd just like to apologise for some slight confusion I may have caused in part 2, the previous lesson, which we did the middle section of the song, the bit that goes like that bit. Okay, so we did that in the previous lesson. When I was actually talking about that lesson, I called it part 3 in the actual lesson itself, and at the end of the lesson I say, alright, next lesson or part 4. Well, it's not. The next lesson is part 3 and that was lesson 2, so sorry about the confusion. Okay, so right, so when you come out of that section that I've just discussed about this one, and it works this way down, like, and it finishes on that that bit. Okay, that bit, it goes into verse 3. Okay, which is basically the same as usual, but it's slightly shorter. Okay, so the rhythm is exactly the same, so the rhythm to it is do 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 do, same as usual, do 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 do, and it stops there. The rhythm stops there. Okay, for just stops dead on that G. It comes back to the G from the G to E minor, A minor 7th, D7, stop on the G. Okay, and then there's a pause, and the lead guitar comes in with a little break, okay, before the solo. Now, the actual verse 3 as far as the lead goes is, as usual, and that's it. It doesn't do that on the third verse. It just goes up on the third string, 5, 6, 7, slides off. Then this lead bit comes in, leading into the solo. That bit, okay? So got that. So on the third verse, when you do that, you just slide that off, and then you do this bit. Right, well, what is that? So it's basically the 4th string on the 12th fret to the 10th fret on the top E string. Then we go to the 13th fret on the 2nd string to the 11th fret on the 2nd string. So we go. Okay, so far. Then you go to the 12th fret of the 3rd string, and then down to the 10th fret on the 3rd string. So you go. Got that? Then you do the 12th fret on the 4th again, and it's like backwards and forwards between the 12th on the 4th and the 10th on the 3rd. So 4th string, 3rd string, 4th string, 3rd string, 4th string. Okay, so it's like you got that? And then we do a little slide, okay, from on the 4th string again, from 11 down to 10. After you do that, okay, that's 11 to 10 on the 4th, that slide. Then the solo kicks in. Okay, now once that gets going, where it goes, and then the rhythm kicks in, and it's the same as a verse as far as the rhythm's concerned. Okay, Okay, so and that, so on that rhythm bit, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we go into the final verse. Okay, so let's just recap on the rhythm there, where it goes. And it goes into the final verse, right? As usual. Right, we'll come back to that in a minute, right? So, after you've done this little break, where it comes out of that third verse, and you go, does this bit. Now we go into the solo, what I call the solo bit, and that's a slide initially from 8 to 9 on the 4th string. Then we go to 7 on the 3rd, up to the 9th on the 3rd, to 8 on the 2nd, right? And then we go to the 10th on the 2nd, right? Right, so from this very first part, when you come into the lead into the solo, sorry. That's what we got, yeah? So after that, you go, when you get to there, you hit it again and you bend it up, right? So it's, so you, after you hit that and you hit it again, go up and down. Down to the 8th on the 2nd, and then 2 hits on the 8th on the 3rd. So now you've got this. After you, that's as far as we got. And we do this one, repeat what we've just done, a slide from 8 to 9 on the 4th, to the 7th on the 3rd, to 9 on the 3rd, same as you did before just now, to 8 on the 2nd. And then go up to the 10 on the 2nd, and then back down to 8 on the 2nd. So the second time round is... Okay, so far, right from the lead into the solo, alright, that's it so far. So we'll do it very, very slowly, from the lead in to the solo, after it comes in. Alright, that's as far as we got. So we'll do it again once more, because this is obviously quite tricky, okay? Okay, that's right. So then we got what we do then. What we do is this slide. From when we do that second time round, so we go up to slide up to 13 on the 2nd, and then move it up to 14 on the 2nd, right? So it's and we go up to 15 on the second. Right, so far, the whole thing so far. Hope you got that, okay. Once again, we'll do that once again, okay. Okay, and that's as far as we've got so far, right? And that's that top E string, 15th fret. I've got dan 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 dan. Right? Right, so it goes a right, so it's 15th fret. Then we go down to the 13th, all on the top E. Down to the 12th, down to the 11th, to the 10th, all on the top E. So it goes got that? Dun, 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 dun. And then what we do there, after you come out of that, you hit that 11th fret of the second string, right? And you hit it again and hammer up to the 12th on the second, and then hit that top E string on the 10th again. So now you've got this. Then we come out of that to hit that 4th string on the 12th fret after that. So far the whole thing up to that point, leading into it, you do this. Okay, then what we got this is, then we do a slide from 10 to 9 on the 4th string, and then we climb back up all on the 4th string, 10 to 9, then 10, 11, 12, all on the 4th string. Oh, sorry about that. My cat's just pressed the button on my laptop. Okay. So let's do that again. So all the way, so that after you come out of that, you go down, slide from 10 to 9 on the 4th, and then go back to 10 on the 4th, 11 on the 4th, 12, and then we do 2 more. You know those things we did on the previous. 2 ways you could do that. You could do that like you did before on the previous part of the song where we were doing the octaves, 7th fret of the 3rd string and 10th fret of the top E string, and it's like 4 stabs on that. Or you could do it here, 12th fret of the 4th string and the 15th fret of the 2nd string. I'm using my pick on the 4th string and my finger plucking the 2nd string like that, or you could try and just strum it, or you could play it down here, whichever you fancy best. And that's the solo. Right then, boys and girls, we just about covered the solo now, so in detail, so I'm going to go through the whole verse 3 going into the solo section very slowly for you, okay? Hopefully you'll get this, okay? So very slowly, verse 3 going into the solo. Okay, so here we go, leading into the final verse 4. Here we go. Right, so there we heard the verse 3 going into the solo. That was followed by a standard verse, just like verse 1 and verse 2, okay? And then I finished it off by playing that bass riff that we used to start the song off, okay? So it comes out. And then we've got a final chord on the song, which is G major 7. Now, several ways you could play that. There's this one, there's this one, and there's one I tend to use myself, which is this. Okay, so that one is a diagonal chord. Second fret, first finger, second fret, top E string. Second finger, third fret, second string. Third finger, fourth fret, third string, and pinky the fifth fret on the fourth string, 4 downwards. That's the first shape you could use. The second shape is this one, where you bar the top 3 strings on the 7th fret. I'm using my third finger for that, okay? And then I'm using my first finger to play the 5th fret of the 4th string, 4 downwards again. Same chord, different sort of tone. So you got that one. And the one I prefer to play is this one. It's a bar chord, well, it's mainly partial. You don't have to be a full bar, but it could be a 5-fingered. But it's a bar basically across the 10th fret. And the second finger is playing the 3rd string on the 11th fret. The third finger is playing the 12th fret of the 4th string, and my pinky is playing the 12th fret of the 2nd string. 5 downwards. So you come out of that like that, or I say like that, or like that. Up to you. Well, there we have it, boys and girls. That's my complete lesson on my arrangement for Nivram from the Shadows. I hope it makes sense to you. Some of it is easy, some of it is a bit tricky, but worth the effort, I think. Thanks very much for watching, listening. See you in the next lesson, whatever that'll be. Bye for now.